ones. Yeah.
Cold opening today, as you can see, etc., etc. Cold opening today, Roswell verse. IMG, her former husband, with Jasmine, Egworth, Rabbit, and Todd have turned up. Todd, Carbon, Maxwell, Graham, Roswell. They have taken Roswell hostage and are holed up in a motel, trying to bring her humanity back after having lived as a fox for ages. Bad Fox 1 and 2 are not about to give up their free dinner so easily, and are trying to counter-kidnap Roswell to take her back to the forest. Would you like to be IMG, Roswell, Jasmine, Egworth, Rabbit, Todd, Bad Fox 1, or Bad Fox 2?
I'll be IMG, Egworth, and Rabbit, and Bad Fox 2.
And action. Let me go. Oh, bloody let me go. I want to eat raw flesh.
Keep hold of her legs, Jasmine. She's wiggling.
Can't hold her no longer. She's so strong. She's got the strength of an animal. I am an animal. I'm a fox. Let me go.
You need to calm down, Maude. Maggie.
Ka-ching! Come here. I'll bite your effing fingers off in want of a good meal. What do foxes
Get off me.
What do foxes
Listen,
eat? Anyway.
Eat that bucket of chicken that we've provided for you.
Oh, this is delicious. I'm
Not
staying
the
here.
bones.
I'm staying here if I get that every day. Oh, nom, 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 nom. Knock, knock, knock.
I'll get it.
Okay,
Hello.
thanks, Rabbit.
I'm Ian Maxton Graham.
We're just some traveling salesmen, meow. Just traveling salesmen, meow. What?
Yeah.
Just want to have a look inside your house. Can we come in?
We are selling you a Hoover. Can we come in and have a look at your Hoover?
Bloody
and eat your...
Ian, Daddy, stepdaddy, shut that bloody door. The fox is in disguise. Let him in. Let him in. They can share my chicken.
Oh, these.
Slam.
We told you. Get out. Roswell.
Knock, knock, knock. Don't answer that door.
Hello?
Oh,
I've
hello.
answered it now.
We're traveling Jehovah's witnesses, not foxes, witnesses, and we want to convert you to Jesus. Can we come in and sit on your couch just for a minute?
Yes, of course.
Let him in.
No,
let him in.
Ian,
They can have some chicken.
Roswell.
The clearly foxes. Bloody hell, Ian. You're going to be death of us. Our mum will never stick with us if you keep letting bloody foxes in. It's too late. We're in now. Give us that effing chicken. Give us that chicken. Ma, come back with that chicken.
Get her.
Mom, she's run away. No.
Oh, she's picked up. She's grabbed a cat.
Oh, chomp, 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 chomp. Maude,
Oh.
It's a Maude Goodman cast, an eternal tempest of madness. She's confused by ethnic cuisine, even Edinburgh fish and chips. Her eyes were sold by more Satan's boners, but not Conrad Goodman. Did she drink unapologetic rugged cider? She's Mitchell's sweet granddaughter. She's the reincarnated ginger cabin handkerchief. Something, 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 Maude cast. It's the Maude Flanders Internet Podcast, episode 60 something, season something, episode 3.
That's right. Who'd have thought it?
I would have thought it. But enough of that nonsense. We've picked up Roswell, and I'm sick of having to give her $4,000, Zazz.
Yeah, me too. I've had enough of her. I'm running out of change.
What's she doing?
She is just holding a hand out.
Are you Roswell or me?
You're still Roswell.
Okay.
3 episodes.
Don't eyes. Give me $4,000 and I'll come back with you. All right. Okay. Fire up your private jet, Zazz. Let's hit the skies.
Yes, I'll get my pilot G&D handler to get us going.
Oh, no. I'll look out the back window again.
Is that? Oh, it's
It's bloody...
what's the Branson? The other one, Australian.
Australian
bloody
Branson.
Murdoch, isn't it? Oh, bloody rip your bloody knackers off. Oh, shit. He's jumped out of his plane and landed on ours.
He's on the side of the plane.
Rip. Don't stand near the door. He's on his bonnet and rip the bloody door off. Bloody Murdoch, them aren't cheap. Them aren't bloody cheap.
It's windy, isn't it?
Bloody hell, mate. I tell you what, give me that effing bucket of chicken. Todd! Oh my God, that's Colorado down there. There's a little Todd shit splat. Oh, good Lord.
I know that Kevin Todd is dead.
Meanwhile, on the grounds of Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Is this narration or am I
Sweep,
just...
sweep.
Oh,
Sweep, 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 sweep.
oh.
Well, I tell you what there, young man, you're doing a sterling job cleaning up the Oral Roberts campus. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Professor Zanzibar Cholmondeley, and I'd like to give you a slap on the back.
Oh.
And here's my friend, Jacques Derrida.
To pretend I actually do the thing. I have therefore only to pretend to pretend.
Let Choggy, or unknown human, what do you make of that quote? Can you put some clothes on? I don't want to seem rude or anything, but the naked sweeping is somewhat distracting. Ring, 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 ring.
Dial.
Hello, who is this?
It's me.
Hello, how are you doing? I just saw you, and you driving the plane.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Hello, Goodman Morning and Mad Dog's Lady Clem. Shelve the nibbles of circumference, opaque mortal. He first, James Bond, start the liquid stranger, understand the most sophisticated attacks, to the pilgrimage of the pastoral community, Madonna del la Creme. All
Hail.
Corporate imperialism. Sponsors, Wigan's Dynamite Kid, WrestleMania, two cousins from Wigan who became the world's greatest wrestling team. A Canadian second-generation wrestler scouted young David and Dynamite Kid and took them to Canada. It was in Canada that both cousins trained by Stu Hart in his dungeon and became huge stars in Stampede Wrestling.
Excellent. Sponsor, Chico, 2005 X Factor quarter-finalist with Chico Slimani has spoken at anti-vax and anti-lockdown protests with Piers Corbyn.
Is it still Chico time?
It is. It was confirmed that Chico had suffered a stroke on the 21st of September 2018, age 47.
Rest in peace.
Exactly.
Sponsor, Salmon Pink Burman, aka Thin Uncle Phil. Smith jokes, stuff would have to go really wrong for there to be a Fresh Prince reunion special. What's that? Ring, ring. They're remaking the Fresh Prince? There's a reunion special? Get that damn special out of your mouth.
Keep my special out of your wife's mouth. Sponsor, the Islam-friendly gummy snacks Halalibo.
Very good. Are they real?
No.
That's a good one.
It's tasteless, to be honest.
Well, there's no gelatin, is there?
Well, yeah. The joke also.
Give me a number between 1 and 370.
310.
310. Maybe Maude eats ice cream in front of people on Christmas Day.
That's a nice one. That's a it's a one and done. We're definitely out of the two more for the thorium.
But is it true?
No, I don't think so.
Tell me more.
I just think it's that kind of situation where if she starts, she won't stop. So that's why she has to do it in private to spare dignity. And I just don't think that she would change her mind about that on Christmas Day.
Well,
and she can't have it in small doses. She's an all or nothing kind of Maude.
I've never seen Maude as that kind of extreme character, to be honest.
What have you been watching?
Welcome to the Maude Flanders Internet Museum Theme Park database, currently being real fixed up while male lemurs rubbing their glands on their wrists against their fluffy tails and then waving those tails at females. Get back to work. Did you just see Jack Derrida?
I think so. Is he not? I don't know what's going on. What year is this?
Don't know. In the content, Season 11, Episode 1, Beyond Thunderdome. In the foyer of somewhere, Gibson. Marge to Gibson. Will you be reading the card yourself now? Smarmy Gibson bends down to Marge. Well, I'll be reading yours personally. Maude stands arms by side, expressionless with rage and motionless with jealousy. A slimy Gibson kisses Maude's ka-ching Marge's hand and gurgles like a sweaty tiger. Ooh, moans Marge. They all Google Mo. The teacher? Maude? That's it, barges in Homer. knocking Mo and Co to the side. He makes a beeline for Marge. That's it. I'm telling Mr. Stupidest Man Alive what I really thought of his movie. Gibson, he shouts. A ducky Maude stands motionless with a half grin. Gibson, got a pencil? There you go. HGS snatches the pencil. Thanks. Maude's arms are fastened to her torso as she looks on. Homer writes, what? My time in front of the stupid. Maude looks concerned. He thrusts the pencil at Gibson. Appreciate it, walks off. A concerned Maude's head turn is all we get as he stuffs the card into Evangelical VP's pocket.
Precisely. Beyond Blunderdome, Thunderdome is the real one from the real Meg Gibson.
Ching. What do we make of Maude's watching this madness unfold in front of her and doing nought about it?
She's initially happy. She looks quite happy when Homer's laying into Gibson. I don't know if that's because she doesn't like Gibson or if she knows that Gibson's about to batter Homer to a pulp, but something has
tickled her.
Yeah, rang her bell. The wife of Salmon Pink Beard Man is also present and accounted for.
Very nice.
We're going to Pseudo Luan.
Sandra Salmon Pink Beard.
Yes.
Sandra SPB.
SPBB. Some light magic. Again, she moves across the room in a split second, but it's nothing compared to our Crimea magic.
Triple Maude.
And she seems more insulted at the treatment of Edward Christian than she does at the treatment of Mel Gibson. Like, she's shocked at the end, but she is unfazed by the anger coming out from Homer towards Gibson.
The absolute vigour with which that piece of paper was stuffed into that man's pocket.
Yes, there's no need for Homer to ask Gibson. I get it, because as we've established at this point, it is a comedy show.
Is that funny, though, for him doing that?
Yeah.
Didn't seem funny. Can't imagine anyone having a belly laugh over that. He asked Gibson for the pencil. Oh, Homer Simpson.
Yeah, it's not. It's certainly no season 8, but he's in the cinema. He's a cinema goer. Have we seen this before? We've seen it once, haven't we?
Have we seen it at the cinema before?
No, spoilers.
I don't think so.
We have not. In Marge, Maude, Edna, Mel Gibson quad shot.
Is Mo in there as well?
He's around, but there's a shot where, there's Marge, Maude, and Edna are the 3 prominent characters, and Gibson.
Gibson's the worst of those.
Certainly.
Certainly is.
Yeah, that's it. She's just here for a day out. I imagine the tickets were free if it's a screening.
Mr. Stupidest Man Alive.
Yeah, that's the opposite of funny.
That's not good writing, is it? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's not clever writing.
No, it's not. It's not defendable in any way. I've got nothing. You
wouldn't write that and then show that off and say that, look what I do for a job.
Oh yeah, it must have gone through 4 or 5 redrafts as well and lasted.
I wonder what the first attempt was at that line.
Probably not listenable.
Mr. Poo-Poo Stink Pants.
Mr. Mel Gibson.
Mr. Hem Gibson.
Exactly. Beyond Thunderdome.
Clip 2. Still Thunder Blubberdome. The grubeling crowd emerges from the movie theatre. Barney and Moe are angered. Comic book guy has a laptop on a tray. Maude has her arm around a groggy Ned. She looks concerned. The arms have moved up. Moe says, well, that was disgusting. To be honest, I'm not buying that Moe is disgusted by anything he can see in a mainstream movie theatre. Worst ending ever, taps comic book guy predictably. Ned, I think I'm going to be sick. Maude, still arm around him, tiny face concerned, yet tiny. I'm Kimmy Stewart's granddaughter, says an old Irish woman to Homie and Gibson. Things have moved on plot-wise, and you'll be hearing from my attorney. She slaps them as an unsynced slap hits both of their faces at the wrong time.
Mel Gibson. This is our last Gibson. I'm trying to say goodbye.
Good riddance.
I agree that Moe. I think the joke is that if Moe's disgusted, it must have been pretty horrific.
I think you're giving them far too much credit.
I think Ned and Maude could have had this reaction to the actual Mr. Smith Goes to Washington based on their characters.
Yes.
Rod and Todd watched Itchy and Scratchy once and lost all the colour in their skin, and then Rod questioned whether or not I think it made Todd actually question whether or not he should stab a Rod like the mouse did to the cat. So I imagine it's a good job they didn't come and see this.
Is it a bloodbath? Is that what we're missing?
Yeah, but not really. Like, it's nothing that would evoke a Tones reaction this strongly unless it was a remake of like this. It's a Wonderful Life killing spree ending.
Is this the one where he sat on the floor doing the circle and just firing guns into the courtroom? Yeah. That's great.
And making that, like, Zoidberg noise. This is one of those situations, though, where you can't call the Flanders naive. Like, they have actually been duped here. Like, there's no, let's go and watch this movie, we don't know what it's about, with, like, a naive innocence. Like, they were going to go and watch Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and that was not what happened in front of them. So they're sort of...
He did go to Washington, to be honest.
He did. They are justified in their responses, I would say. But she looks more concerned about Ned than her own reaction to the movie. Like, it doesn't look to me that she's that bothered herself.
No, she's a bit concerned about Ned. Why do you think that is?
She quite likes him.
She's got a soft spot for Gibson?
No, Flanders.
Oh, for Ned? Yeah, I know that bit.
I think she appreciates that this is something he wouldn't enjoy, and because she doesn't know he married somebody else a couple of months ago, she's still being supportive.
Yeah, well, why did it not affect her in the same way? She got like a tougher constitution or something?
I would like to think she does after growing up in Turnpeaks. I think she saw things get slaughtered on the regular, probably in her own kitchen.
She saw things got slaughtered on the regular. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
That's a good phrase.
And also a certified-ish final non-Maude Roswell appearance, the daughter of Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, is that Roswell?
That is Roswell.
Gibson says, but he deserves the slap.
Yeah, it basically ends here, this episode. This is the last scene, and Gibson's just disappointed that the film doesn't work, and he leaves. That's the end of the episode. And he says some distasteful things over a voice note to Lisa. Well, that's for a different time. I don't think she cares that much about Mel Gibson.
Who does?
Mel Gibson.
MG. MG's only got MG's best.
Gibson only looks out for one person, Gibson.
Looking out for number Gib.
And also, I think worst episode ever might be somewhat new. It might not be that overdone at this point. Cause I'm sure it's the Poochie. I can't remember. I remember it's the first time he says it is like last night's episode of Itchy and Scratchy was the worst episode ever. And then Bart says but it was like you got to watch television for free of anything you owe them. And then he just says worst episode ever again.
It is a good line, and it has not been used enough.
I'll tell you when it was from. I thought it was from the Poochie episode.
Clip 3.
I said, don't know where it's from. Never mind.
Brothers Little Helper, Season 11, Episode 2, Death Clock 13. Seymour is on a wooden stage with wooden benches. He is wearing a fireman's hat. Fire can be our servant, whether it's toasting s'mores, he announces to a thinned-out selection of youth. I say Martin. It's not Martin, though, is it? Or raining down on Charlie. But it can turn not so nice, as you'll find out in this skit by the volunteer fire department. Indian Apu opens the curtain to show a dishevelled room. Don't tell anyone this is how I live, players. The room is dishevelled, a mattress, and slathers up a peace anti-bomb sign on the wall. Ned is in a Hells Angels get-up and rides in on a hog with Maudlin on the back. She is in flared jeans with the stars and bars sewn in there, and a tight green top and a hairband and platform shoes. Ooh-wee. Oh, what a great pot party, says Ned. Wasn't it, says Maude as she takes his hand and they walk across the hovel. Now for a regular cigarette to make the night complete, says Neddy. She has a peace sign on her belt. He lights up, cough, looks sick. Oh man, that's good. Mad Dog, I've been thinking we should get another smoke detector in case that one trips out on us. Oh, why bother, baby? One smoke detector's enough for Mad Dog. Now let's hit the sack. They snuggle down and start to sleep and snore, and Ned sets fire to his pants. Maudie sits up, hands aloft. Whoa, check it out. Mad Dog's on fire. Stop, drop and roll, Mad Dog, says Maude. Kawaii 60s hippie Maude. That's for Clyde's baby, says Ned, his legs still on fire. A little fire can't hurt you. And he settles back to sleep, and we get the classic dismissive Maude look just as the curtains close. Apu closes the curtains and says, Mad Dog was wrong. The fire burnt through the night and cost him the use of his pants. Just goes to show you. Ned leaps out from behind the curtain, squawking. Sorry to break character, but these stunt pants are getting pretty toasty. Maude says, roll, Neddy, roll. Concerned, hands by ears. The children of No Note laugh. He rolls. It is not working. It just spreads out the flame. Maude stands by as he burtons. She's now gone full on panic, buckled knees and hands on face. Mo, get the fire hose, get the fire hose. Does Maude hug Indian man Apu?
Lovely stuff, beautiful. To answer that last question directly, no. I think he grabs her away from the fire to safety. What did you notice about this clip?
I noticed that Maude was in it quite a lot, and she was dressed in a fancy new outfit.
Yes, and her voice.
I knew you were going to say that, but no, I didn't notice her voice was different.
Really?
Really?
That's quite well. That's a testament to MMG then, isn't it?
Or an untestament to my ears. And
maybe. I think after 70 plus episodes, you would have clocked her. But no, I don't think she does that bad of a job. After Roswell slagged her off in that news interview and said they fired her, she couldn't do her voices. I don't think she does that bad of a job.
Oh no, MMG, you ain't bad. You're a secondary Roswell, and hey, we don't mind that.
I wonder where she came from.
Mad Dog, I've been thinking maybe we should get another smoke detector in case that one trips out on us.
Why bother, baby? One smoke detector in case.
Yeah, I think she's got.
It's a bit more generic. She's got some of the twang, some of the where are we saying she's from? Dakota, right? She's got a little bit of that Dakota slang, twang.
Have you ever watched this podcast show before? Yeah, no, she's done like smoke detectors in a bit of a Dakotan sort of twang. But I think even the design of Maude here, I think she looks. I know she's wearing like a sassy costume, but I think they've changed the design of her somewhat, and it might be to sort of. I don't know. Maybe optimistically they wanted to. I've gone back on what I said about the death thing. I think optimistically they maybe thought, this is a new era of Maude. We have this new lady. Because hers just brown in there. Like, it's not gingery, and she's got like big eyeshadow on as opposed to a normal dainty look.
So you think this is a cry for help from the animators?
Yeah, I think this is a let's change up Maude, and then maybe people noticed and said, oh, why is her voice so different? And then the next thing you know, they're having panic talks and she's getting murdered.
And they thought if we change everything, they won't notice that the voice has changed.
Exactly. Like the costume makes sense because the acting, so it's not like they've said this is Maude's new design.
Oh God, no.
But there's just something in the hair and the face that strikes me as different. And
amateurish almost.
Yeah, like she's taken a notch down. I'm not sold that they'd even be doing this, Ned and Maude.
You don't think?
I think they would be involved, but neither of them strike me as actors. Neither of them strike me as people who want stage time. I suppose there are like 5 people in the audience, and one of them is some kind of Martin Ralph hybrid.
I don't think that Neddy would smoke for the purpose of it. That's where I lost my unwilling Willie suspension.
Precisely. I also agree. I think it would have been something more proppy. I also don't think Ned would allow himself to be set on fire for a children's school play.
He would definitely put up some protest, at least, to say it would have been funny to see the backstage discussion, to see them persuading him that this was a good idea. Yeah,
and he seems to think he's wearing fireproof pants, which for Ned isn't the most sensible, because even if he is, the rest of him isn't fireproof and the fire's spreading.
You've seen the episode of Community where they do the anti-drug thing, and what's his name, Chevy Chase decides to subvert the plot in the middle because he's annoyed, and he comes out as Drugs. He's the character Drugs, and he kind of like annoys everybody, and the kids are all chanting, "We want drugs." And it's a great episode. It reminded me a little bit of that kind of shoddy amateur dramatic kind of thing.
Yeah, I do like the idea of Maude and Ned being in some kind of small Amdram society, but I think this is, to say we've never seen them express an interest before, we've gone from 0 to 60. They're already on stage acting. There's no, Springfield improv group, etc. Like, I could see them, because it's sort of light fun, isn't it?
It is
like
light fun.
The Springfield Fire Department players, I don't think are putting on, I don't think they're...
McHamlet.
Yes, Naked Lunch.
A season of William Burroughs vignettes.
Exactly. I think it's
ham. I'd like to be ham.
I think, I just think this is the most out of character we've seen her for a while, and it's because she's literally no longer her character. She is
both figuratively and literally.
Something's happened between Gibson and now, and she is new.
She's a changed woman.
A long clip. And not that she usually gets a lot of crackers, but nothing that she says in this scene is remotely funny.
I do think she's a straight man. She's a straight man, and I do love it. And Eddie's very funny that one smoke detector is enough for Mad Dog.
Yes.
Because that is definitely in character. That's definitely how Ned would think.
I do like the sort of wholesomeness of now for a regular cigarette to make the night complete. It's a very wholesome way of looking at things.
Here's what it says on the MMG's Wikipedia.
Yes.
She voiced several characters in the animated series The Simpsons from 1999 to 2002, including Maude Flanders. She was hired after Maggie Roswell departed the show due to a pay dispute. She has not been heard on the show. She has not been heard on the show since Roswell's return in 2002. That's it, basically. She gets hired, and then she's not heard from again.
Yeah,
poor MMG. Poor MMG.
She is certainly the sort of underdog of this entire thing, because as much as we love to credit Roswell, there are some situations where Roswell wasn't involved and Maude still went on. So I don't think we should be looking down at Gaven's attempts. However, she has not appeared in anything since 2002. The last thing she did was The Simpsons, apparently. So she might be dead.
It was busy, and so she's taken the last 20 years off.
So those 3 Maude appearances really took it out of her.
I imagine that maybe she just thought that's enough. Whatever went on behind the scenes with Murdoch and co, she's just had it with the entertainment business once that was done.
She's currently the AV Squad. That sounds familiar.
Was the AV Club, which is the Onion one, but I think that's different.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
AV in Japan actually stands for adult video, not audio visual.
I see.
But
that's Japan for you.
Clip 4, season 11, episode 3, Death Clock 12. Guess who's coming to criticize dinner? Sees partner returning Simpsons. Homer is shushing. It is important that no one knows that I'm a food critic. Nosy Neddy overhears, turns to Maude. What, hear that, Maude? Homer's a critic. Maude has wine-looking juice. Turned face Maude turns to Skinner and says, Homer's a critic, pass it on. Whispers tell lies, I said. Skinner turns to his table. Homer's a critic. A man in lederhosen stands up and slams his hands on the table. Quit changing the subject. Where is Uta? Oh, we just want closure, says a goofy woman.
I only left that in because it's funny.
It tickled me where we just want closure was a very funny line.
There's sort of a weird, somewhat semi-recurring thing where Uta goes missing on field trips. So I did like this. I think maybe earlier on in the episode they lost him at a field trip. Did you notice anything about the voice in this clip?
No, it seemed reasonable to me.
Yeah, we're back to Roswell.
Really?
This is her. I believe they have holdover episodes, don't they? So she recorded this. This was a season 10 holdover episode, so she'd already recorded this line.
I see. But in real terms, she's gone on, right?
Yeah, this is now officially the Maudecast's last Maggie Roswell live Maude appearance.
Oh my goodness, who would have thought it?
Now, this is her now. This is like the year 2000, so this is the last time Roswell will portray Maude for like 3.5 years.
I hope nothing bad happens to her in the meantime.
I know, yeah. Home as a critic, pass it on, is what she leaves us with. And which is more of a Helen thing to do, to be honest. It's not insanely out of character, but
It's a bit out of character, isn't it? To turn to Skinner and say it? I'm not buying it.
yeah, Skinner's up. It's like they're sort of just passing it around the room, but and just immediately as well. Did you hear Maude? Home as a critic, pass it on.
Pass it on. Pass it on is the bit that I couldn't buy.
I think she just, again, because it's Homer, she's any chance she can get to sort of knock him down a peg or two, she'll take. So I'm assuming she was also sat at the table when they heard Homer say, I don't want anybody to know I'm a food critic.
Yes.
So she is just in a nice, well, it's a nice way to end Roswell's journey with the character of Maud Flanders, isn't it?
It is indeed. My goodness.
Pass it on, which is indeed what she does with the torch.
And then grabs it back.
Yeah, unwillingly passed. The torch was grappled from her hands and placed in the hands of MMG for weeks.
So here's the question. So when Maggie does come back and Maud's already, bought the farm, thrown a 7, shall we say, spoiler, like how much do we then see of outside of the Treehouse of Horror? How much are we going to see of her?
That's a good question. Answers will be. Let's put it this way: we have enough content to fill a decent 3 or 4 more Maudecast seasons.
Good Lord.
But
Good Lord.
predominantly, we see her in the past.
A lot of spoilers coming, going out there for the last, for the final 3 seasons of the Maudecast.
Oh yeah, at least the final 3 seasons, probably more.
Probably.
But so Roswell goes. MMG does. The only one she doesn't do is Luann, I think. Like Hoover gets some lines, and Helen gets some lines, I think, out of MMG. And Hoover, I'm pretty sure the Hoover one was like dead on, but not enough for Roswell. And the first time they brought her back, they credit her as a special guest star.
Ah, yes, I think you mentioned that. But then she must have signed on the dotted line, taken the $4,000 pay cut just out of spite, and she's back on board. Baby's on board.
Exactly.
How about this piece of Maud art?
This is beautiful. Did I send you this? Or
Don't
have we
think
looked
so.
at this before?
Neither of those 2 things.
I've definitely interacted with this image of recent because I think it's awesome.
Tell the people what they can see on this slow-mo piece of art.
A semi-realistic, semi-cartoon adaptation of Maud Flanders, kind of looking a bit like, what's that woman? It's Sarah Bareilles, the singer.
Sarah Bareilles? I've never heard of such a person.
Sure you have. I believe she's been in Community.
Sarah Bareilles?
Am I getting the name right?
Doesn't sound like a real name.
She's the one who's friends with. She's the one who takes him on the hot herbal in the Community, and she's friends with Naoko Kawakami from Osaka.
Oh no, she is a real person. I just don't know her.
Yeah, she does. You see it though, don't you? You see the Bareilles of it all in that Maud image.
She's got quite a long nose. Very strong nose. Beautiful.
Let's say if Maud had looked like this in this episode. I don't know. I really like the big nose for some reason. I think it's like the focal point of the image
of her face. Yes, but it is beautiful, stately, and strong. And I shall be cutting most of those earlier lines.
Yes.
But
I like the halo rings as well. They're sort of cute, and they cover the sort of, the dead Maud kind of part of it. This is one of my favourites.
Do you think it really looks like Maud in any way? Do you not think Sloan was taking a few too many liberties with this?
No.
Maud has a little tiny nose, and and I think it's just really just the nose and that I might disagree on.
I would like it if that was like a Slurmworth trait. Maybe if it was sort of a character thing where he's drawing everybody with big noses.
He or she.
Nick
at Slurmworth. Let's have a look. Oh, he's got a nice big beard. Although I don't think that's him.
Not really, no.
Not overly. He likes to draw demons, and actually they're a little bit more cartoony than this than
Yeah,
the Maude
the
one.
style's different.
It's interesting. He doesn't seem to have drawn many Simpsons characters so far. Although there's a Bender.
The Bender saying, what's he saying?
Fucking mint.
Fucking mint.
2020 summary of art. So here's his summary of his art. He's
He's in
drawn
there.
Maude's the April one, and she's the only character.
May is a Bob's Burger character.
Okay. Well, Slurmore, I respect your work. Thank you very much for bringing that beautiful idea into the world. And if you want to draw more Maudes, we support you in
Please
that
do.
endeavor.
Bye.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Oh, good Lord. Only Rupert Bloody Murdoch's only murdered the pilot. Yeah, I'll bloody murder you as well.
Well, is he? At least he's flying the plane for us.
I believe Shindy Chandler has taken control of the plane, and he's just raging against a window.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Cindy.
No problem.
Are you going to be mysterious for us, or are you a normal kind of person?
I'm going for a smack him. Watch. Pop. Ah, bloody hell, that bloody hurt. He'll sleep now for next rest of flight. I'm going to take you back to Los Angeles. And, do you know Napster?
Napster.
It's an internet file sharing website.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Like Spotify from past.
Like Spotify, but from 2003.
Do you know that?
Got into the internet, which I don't have.
Is Joe Rogan still cancelled?
Yeah. Are you related to some monkeys by any chance?
Don't be crazy.
Well, we've landed.
We have landed. Bye. Come on, Roswell, let's bloody run away before he wakes up. Run. I'm
knackered. We're not going back.
I'm going nowhere till you give me $4,000. Nowhere. I'll give it. It's called Roswell Insurance, and you might find your legs don't work proper if you don't give it me. Well, I'm a bit scared of that, so here's $4,000. Look out, Murdoch's flying his own. He's managed to get back onto his own plane, and now he's smashing it directly into your plane.
What a minor inconvenience for me. That was one of my 12 planes.
Oi, you bloody maid. Come here. I want to put you in an effing headlock.
Can you see that? He's crawling out of the wreckage like some kind of T-3000.
More like T-4000. Dollars, hand extended, and smile.
For that, you can have the $4,000. My friend's here now, by the way. He's going to give us a hand. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Clinton.
Well, hi, I'm Bill Clinton. Oh man, my nose is bunged up with California snowflakes. Oh, come on, hookers. Let's find a quiet place and we can sing the national anthem together. Ooh.
Excellent. Hello, Bill. Hello, all of the hookers.
Oh, hi, Dark Zazz. How you doing?
I'm good. I've lost on a plane down, but I'm a Roswell up.
Here, listen to me play my saxophone, and you won't feel no pain no more. You got any hand cream?
How about we all get in your limo and leave?
Come on, then let's get in. Let's get in here before that Australian bastard wakes up.
He's just sort of crawling angrily across the runway now, yelling Australian slurs at us. Where's Roswell? Where are the hookers?
We managed to scrape just $4,000 together for you, Maggie. We hope you get home okay. Bless, bless, bless.
Take me home, driver.
Where do you live?
Denver, effing Colorado, and make it quick.
We're nowhere near Denver.
And make it quick. Everybody loves Raymond's on.
We can't. Everybody loves Roswell. We can't do this every week, Maggie. Can you not just stay with us?
She's gone. Listen, Zazz.
She's taken my wallet.
Here.
There was $4,000 in there.
Marcia, can you just fill in while she's there? Oh, I'd love to.
So how much money do you want? None.
Silence. So now that Roswell's gone back home for a good old nap, we got time for a diary at all?
We certainly do. She, I don't think I like Roswell.
Well, that's
I don't
not very
wanna-
nice.
Not very nice thing
I
to
don't want to
say.
make things awkward for the rest of the season, but she's grating on me already. But
Dear Diary, I have nothing planned. One day, me and Ned went to Whole Foods to buy some ingredients so that we could make a ice cream sandwich, but made with flavourless ice milk and actual bread. And we ate it at home with Rod, our son, and Todd, our second son. Our neighbours are the Simpson family. They have a lot of adventures together. We don't have that many adventures. Did you know that if you were to throw, August has the highest percentage of births? The end.
Somewhat disjointed diary there, almost as if she was freestyling, but the ideas were not flowing right. It's almost as if, imagine a man attempting to play a jazz saxophone solo on stage, but simply occasionally playing a single note with long pauses in between.
yes, it was possibly our worst diary entry ever.
Oh, how very appropriate. Shall we finish with a song?
There's a second page here.
Oh, fantastic.
Dear Diary, the end. 8% of people have an extra rib. Birds need gravity to swallow.
She's written it in fecal matter.
Yes. Do you think maybe she wrote, these are some pages from when she was a very young girl, and she was just playing around and she wanted to write something, but she didn't really have anything to say, so she just filled it with, like, just a little bit of gubbins that she'd found maybe on the inside of a chewing gum wrapper or something.
Possible, but she does mention her husband and children. So it seems like she did this as a fully functioning adult woman.
There is that.
Maybe she was having an off day.
There is that detail.
She feels like she has to write something every day. Some days she has nothing to say. Birds can swallow with gravity.
Sooner or later.
It's your time.
Pass it. It's your time, pass it on.
Exactly.
Shall we finish up with a song?
Let's do it.
Who's going first, you or me?
You. Also welcome, Marcia Mitzman Gavessic.
Welcome to the Marcia Mitzman Gavessic podcast. Personally expressionless mods will kill a mutter mums.
Corrigan, Mr. Stupid's man alive. Gibbons, Mel Gibbons.
Mod stands in front, locks appreciate a vagalica peepa.
Flip 2, still thunder blubbed a domnum. How is that not an unrecognised word?
Grubling mova tra.
Well, that was disgusting. Worst ending ever.
Predictablened Cossened Stewart's granddaughter.
Tommy and Gobson, Mel Gobson. Instinct slap our hit for Todju face.
Say Monre Tokstin, Kana you the volunteer Finre.
Curtinas, don't tell a non, this is how I live, players.
We once Greta Retax TPT party.
She has a priest sign on her belt.
Ooks, looks sick. I've a booter.
Ned's fire to his pants. Muad.
Clyde's free hern Muad.
Muad Gobson, behind Curtina, Squa Qualonig.
Maude Gobson, behind Curtina.
On Sri Ned, courtesies knows that.
Turned back, Maude S.
A's whispers to Nan's goofy ma'am.
Where is Uta?
The
The
end.
end.
The end. Bye.
Bye. Who was your phone call from?
I don't know. Don't know. I couldn't tell. It was from you.
I've been here the whole time. Oh no, it was me, you're right, I was in the shitter.
Bye. A vajalica peepa.